Hi guys, welcome to Lake Awakening. My name's Donna. Today I was going to do a collective read for Blue Messiah. Reading cards, it helps let you know, like help you along your way with your awakening and certain things, and I was going to see what came up. Vibration keeps showing on the split when I split the cards. Trying to be quiet. I have a glass counter. I'm at a friend's shop. There's nobody here right at the moment. So I figured I'd try to do a reading. Okay. These cards helped me out a lot when I first started going through my awakening. Yeah, whoops. Rainbow body. Let's see it. I'll pull another one. Whoops. Conscious words. Rainbow body is a 23. Conscious words is a 5. Number with it. Maybe that's it. There's 2 so far. And changes, of course. A lot of change going on now. Which I say that every time. There's always change, but there's more and more people feeling the change. I'm always talking about energy, excuse me, and many are feeling the changes coming from the change of energy and how it changes their body. So the rainbow body is keeping your body in line energetically. That would be with the chakras, which are energy wheels, which are there to help clear out lower energies within your body. And it has to do with, keeping in alignment and clearing them, which you can do in many ways. You can do the meditation, and thought has a lot to do with it. The thoughts that you put out there is energy, and you can remove that energy with your thoughts. And if you can't, if you feel you can't do that all the way, there's other ways to do it. Color is a big thing. Each chakra has its own color. So when you can relate colors with the chakras and using those colors, a lot of times you will see a certain color all day long. And that can be a way of yourself, your higher self, your intuition, trying to tell you that a certain chakra needs to be taken care of. A lot of people have, like, we need our lower chakra. We need them all, but the lower chakras and the root chakra, the very bottom, which is shown as red, is really important because it's the foundation of the rest of the chakras. But we had the 23 on here, which comes to a 5, which is interesting because the other one is a 5 too. So that's also a change. A lot of good positive changes. Now, showing that it's a 23, to me that always comes across as prayer. No matter, who it is you believe in, it all goes to a source. We all have a source that this energy that we're in and we're made from comes from, and we're part of that. This is my belief. So whether you want to believe with it or that's your prerogative, right? Free will and all that. So when you do prayer, I mean, prayer is, asking and thanking and gratitude and um, the thanking helps a lot in the energy, which is a positive thing when you do that. That's why I think it's so said so much about like gratitude and all to show that, because it puts a positive spin in the energy, which helps them, the lighter beings and angels, and help us. They can help us clear and keep our chakras clear if you ask for it. If you look online, there's all kind of meditations you can do to help clear, guided meditations to help you get through those. Learn about the chakras and how to clear them, and there you can use music, you can use dancing. Dancing's good. Like the things that you enjoy, creating, painting, because you're working with a lot of colors also helps, and it changes like which side of the brain and all you use, which responds to certain chakras and all. Consciousness with words. And number 5, which is positive change. Watching how we speak, which is challenging. It's all challenging because we have to keep repeating it. But if you are trying to be positive and watching how you perceive things, turning those things that we can be so negative about, whether it's about another person, a situation, ourselves, and if you catch yourself like being negative about something, like try to continue, like catch on to that sentence and try to end it in a positive, loving way, and making something good out of it with your words, because those words end up going into the energy, out into the atmosphere, into the energy, and that's what helps manifest. So I know this, and I still have to watch myself too, because it's just, you're just so used to speaking the way you speak, and especially depending on how long you've been on the earth, right? In this lifetime. And when you've been here for a while, you get set in your ways. So it can be challenging, but don't give up. Take a break once in a while if you need to. Sometimes we need to do that too. Like seeing how it's showing the red and the blue. Like if I was seeing red all day, which can mean different things. Red can be love. It can be assertion or aggression. It can also be, like I said, if you're seeing it all over and you notice it, it could also be a way of your body telling you that your chakra that root chakra needs to be cleared. Which, being that it's a foundation root chakra, it helps us keep our ground or standing firm. And but when it's done and cleared like that, it's in a balanced way. It's not like too much one way or too much the other. And it goes along with all the other chakras. They each have their own reason in your body that they're there, or certain areas in your body that they'll clear. It also affects your moods. If you're noticing you're like feeling scared about things, or sad about things, or if you don't feel like you're balanced and happy, which is what we should normally feel, there's chakras probably off. Is when everything's in alignment, uh, things flow easier. We're happy. Things don't bother us so much. We don't like keep thinking over and over and over, because I have a habit of doing that too myself. I'm one of those people where I get stuff in my mind and it's like goes and goes. So I'm always having to do some kind of clearing. Also, other people's energy, or just energy that comes floating in from somewhere, because we're all putting thoughts out there, and we've been doing it since we've been alive, and we've been generations before us have been doing it, and this energy doesn't die; it just keeps going. And so, for hundreds of years, as long as there's been human beings on the planet, there's all these thoughts that are in the atmosphere, and it's all around us. So, if you feel like you get like lower energies that are not there for your best best being, you have the right to tell that energy to go. And whose ever energy, whether it's yours or somebody else's, you can have a past energy come up too. You can have your own ego energy come up. When we try to drop our ego a little bit, because ego, it's not where we want to come from. We want to come from the heart, not from the mind. And it can become its own energy too, our own energy of ego. So always ask your guides, ask the higher beings, ask the energy, the loving energy out there to help you. Whatever they are, angels, however you want to see it, angels, light beings, um, entities, make sure you ask for the loving, compassionate beings, and to help you clear your energy. And the more you have belief in this too, the more it will help you. It will help you within. Because if you don't believe in it, then the energy feels that that's not really what it just sends more unbelief to you. So whatever you're putting out there is what it gives back. So anyway, we got 55, lots of change. Let's see if there's anything else coming out. Our energy, what I was saying before about our thoughts and how long, humans have been all over the world, on all the continents, right? We're all putting out energy there all the time, right? Our action, not just in speaking, but in our actions or non-actions. And all that affects other things. It affects the earth, and her energy affects us. It also affects the weather. The weather that we have can be affected by us too, because it's all that thought that we have. And we've had a lot of negativity in all these past years. We've had a lot of positivity too, but there's been a lot of negativity, and a different way of us learning things than it was good for us, is good for us. We want to start learning more of a positive, loving way of thinking, more compassionate than we have been, even with ourselves. And that's a big one, with ourselves. So many of us feel unworthy for some reason, whether we want to admit it or not. There's a lot of unworthiness feeling. Is worried about how somebody's going to think about us and what we like and what we do. And so let's see what else comes out. Thanks for coming in. The blue, I was looking at this card here, the blue. That has to do, you can have the blue for the throat chakra. So which would make sense with the conscious words down below. So when your throat chakra is not in alignment and clear, we don't speak our truth, or we can overspeak, and it can, when these get all not clear, it can cause illness because it's lower energy that's within those wheels in your body and all the organs or wherever it might be. It's not cleared out. We can hold on to this for years and years. So when you learn to start clearing it out, like I said, ask your guides, whoever that might be. Your guides can be, what people call angels, which are very high vibrational, and they're wonderful for clearing out energy, because they're so high vibrational. You also have the guides that come, like, that are ancestors or family that have passed, who people usually have somebody that's there with them that they don't realize. And it might even be somebody they haven't met in this lifetime. So always ask for a guide. And sooner or later, if you wanting some kind of signs from them, they will keep trying to give you signs to show that they're there. You just have to be aware and open to it to be able to see it. So, blue star. Let's see, I know I've read this one. Let me put this one up. Oh, there it is. It's a number 4. Which has to do with, foundations and starting new things. And this is a good year for it because of the way our celestial planets are lining up and all throughout the year and all that. So we're in Aries right now. We just came out of Pisces. And depending what other planets you have, because we have more than one planet or sign that we are. And but this is a really good time right now. It's a time, coming out of Pisces is the water and, like the heart and the emotions, and going into Aries is assertive energy. And there's some, the other planets that come around with it too. This is a time of trying to build new foundations that will help this energy will help move you along smoother. And just depend on what your other your signs and what houses they're in and all. But basically, this is a good time for all this. And if you're wanting to check what's coming for you, find out what your moon sign is. Our regular sun sign is a sign we see like in the newspaper for astrology. It gives you that little paragraph from what's going on, or it used to be like that when you read a newspaper. But if you find out what moon sign you are, and that's what time you're born, where the moon was when you're born, that sign will show you what's coming in the basic thing for you in your life. Okay, blue star. Follow the light of the blue star. It will lead you to the temple of truth residing within your soul. Okay, the blue star is the guiding light through the darkness and serves as a reminder to the blue flame of truth burning within your soul. To follow the blue stars to see beyond the illusions of the mind and walk firmly in the light of your deeper truth. Connecting you to the oracle within you, the divine mystic and the cosmic traveler of worlds within worlds, as you journey through life's many lessons and transcend cyclic cyclic patterns, your advancing soul naturally ascends. With the rising and expansion of consciousness, you move closer to the guiding light of love within you. Now, when it mentions about walk firmly in the light of your deeper truth, that can also be including conscious words, and how you speak and what you speak and being able to speak your truth. It also says, in this place of light, ascended teachers and masters dwell. As a collective union of divine love, they shine their loving light for all to see. Together, their light inspires hope, creativity, and love, and guides pilgrims and seekers of truth on their journey back home amongst the stars. You are being guided always, star being. Already you have journeyed far within your own kingdom of light. Your courageous soul is being honored as the divine light within you continues to shine brighter each day. With the growing luminosity of your radiant light, you move closer to convergence and unity with your star family. It says the chakra to use is throat chakra, which is blue right here, and also your third eye chakra, which is like an indigo color, purplish blue, which will help open the third eye, and so you'll be able to, your intuition will grow. You will see things better, both literally and situation wise of situations. Exercise during meditation. If you're a meditator, visualize the blue star shining its light down upon you. Breathe in the light and allow this loving energy to activate and guide you to the blue flame of truth within your own soul. And the affirmation is, I am guided by the love of the blue star to the light of the truth residing within my soul. Breathing is important, of course. That sounds funny. Breathing is important. That helps. But when I'm saying taking a breaths, don't know. Okay, taking breaths, like holding it for a minute, like getting in. There's like new energy here on the earth, that higher vibrational energy, right? It helps us to heal. It's new, and it's a lot's going on with the earth, and I don't want to make the video too long, and I know I've mentioned it on some other videos, but you're taking those breaths. Take a few breaths in, especially when you're meditating, and like I said, it helps pull it in. You can like think in your head, like pulling the energy up from the earth. Hold it for a moment, and then as you let it out, just imagine like what you would think lower energy would look like, and like it's coming out of your body, and you go through all the chakras, and like I said, ask guides for help. That's why they're there, and we have them all over. They're here everywhere. And I think that's, I'll try one more card off of my mixture deck. Let's see what comes out. Okay, for the collective. I have written a few notes here. Hang on, let's see. I was playing with the cards before these cards, and I got Soul Tribe came up. Oh, look at it. Oh. Self-love. Number 6. Number 6 is it's a family and friends and relationships, home, domestic, and that's what a lot of us are building right now. A lot of us are home right now. Things are changing right now. I mean, more positive. It seems more positive change. In some places, it might not seem like that, but many things are breaking down. So when you see things breaking down, Like, don't get too fretful, don't panic, try not to have that fear. um Try to let go of the fear and know that something better is coming. Something, put that out there, something better is coming, something good is coming. So we got the Queen came up. This is for within yourself, these cards. It says, radiates the regal feminine, uses her benevolent authority to protect others. And then the shadow attribute, that was the light attribute of the Queen. And it's the shadow attribute is becomes arrogant when authority is challenged, controlling and demanding. So now is a time where the sacred feminine, divine feminine, and masculine are balancing out, which we have both in all of us. Each of us have both of divine masculine and feminine energy within. And now the feminine is starting to show up. Before it was the masculine, everything was masculine and the men, and or it can even be with a woman with the masculine type. Not saying this doesn't have anything to do with whether you're gay or not gay or anything like that. It's not what we're talking about. It's just who is working, which energy you are using for that time. And many of us have been using the masculine energy. That's the one that's more, it's more of a physical strength. And in thinking too, the protector, and, like a man, the man thing. And the feminine is starting to come up now. And it's more mental, compassionate, slower type of nourishing, nurturing type of energy. And together, they work together. And that's why we all have both, because they come together. And when you balance, it's a perfect balance. And so the feminine is starting to show through in everybody. And you'll see it in, politics. You'll see it in different places, even in the medical, and, all the different places that you normally will see men, you'll start to see women, I think. Or you'll see men that are using more of their feminine side of them. And I don't mean that in a gay way. I mean in a compassionate, more compassionate, nurturing way. So, and I think that's what we're needing now. Like we tried the other way, and it just ended up being too much. I think too much male, masculine side. So it ended up getting a little out of balance. So we're needing to come back. A lot of the ancient tribes, it was the feminine side that was the one that was kind of leading, and that side is a little more intuitive also, and intuitive and psychic. So having all the compassion and patience and all that, and then they work with it with the male, the masculine. I gotta fade it out there for a minute. Okay. What's that called? That masculine? I'm only kidding. But we're all learning to try to be more compassionate with ourselves as well. Not just to other people, but we really need to do it for ourselves too. So we've been raised in a lot of negative lifetimes, and that energy goes from generation to generation. If you have a lower energy within you, and a woman becomes pregnant, that energy, not just the blood or anything, that energy can also go to the child. or has gone to the child. I'm trying to speak words, has been. And that can be cleared. We can clear out illnesses that have been in our families if we learn how to clear these lower energies that can cause disease and illness. And since we're made of energy, it just makes sense that it can be passed down to a child, and that's how we end up with generational, ways of illness. So now we are healing. Let me end this on a positive note. We are healing. There's lots of healing going out. It's just going to take a little time. And the more people that do it and start being more positive, we start healing ourselves, and we also watch how we speak and what we put out there. We can help be more positive. And when they talk about speaking positive, when you hear that or see that online all the time, and energy and all, when we're speaking more positive about things, we can help transmute the energy that is around us that has been negative for so long. So anyway, I hope I know I went over my time limit, but I hope it's helped somebody, as a collective reading. And I'll see what I come up with the next video. And thanks for stopping by. Peace, y'all. Bye.